defeating this bill is our #1 priority. This bill is so restrictive that it will virtually shut out the cities, counties, education from utilizing our voice in statewide campaigns and initiatives that concern our residents, that concern the people of California who care about public safety, education, and local government. In this day and age, where we've just seen the Affordable Care Act, which has shifted responsibility to local government for health care, where we've seen public safety realignment, which has shifted public safety responsibilities to local government, where we've seen the effects of Prop 30 to protect education funding, where we've seen Prop 1A, which restricted state governments' ability to raid local government funding. It's now more critical than ever that counties, that cities, that law enforcement, that education, that Chamber of Commerce have the ability to have their voices heard clearly on statewide issues of importance. As a group, we're all in favor of transparency and disclosure. And so if there was a reasonable measure with reasonable time to look at the issue that we think would be a good government measure, that's what we're about. So we don't foreclose anything in that regard. The problem here is because it just came into existence, a week or so ago, and because it's such an overreach, it goes way beyond anything that we could find acceptable because it would quiet our voice, and that's our primary concern.
Under SB-594, strict new definition of public funds, we believe we may not even be able to do these basic tasks that are so vital to getting information out to the voters from credible sources. Again, we're proud of that role we play, and we feel like this bill really negates or minimizes the voice of public safety in these really important discussions. It's a bad bill. It's a gut and amend at the end of session. And we really hope that on Friday when this bill is heard before the legislature, that legislators will see through this and vote no on this measure.
CDA, along with the other organizations that I stand with today, take great care to comply with the existing laws and take great care to ensure that public funds are not used for political campaigns. We don't need broader language that would redefine what constitutes public funds and muzzle our right to participate in even the most basic campaign process.
Voters deserve to hear from a variety of sources on ballot measure campaigns. Shutting out certain organizations like ours is bad for democracy and it's bad for voters. That's why we're strongly opposed to SB 594, and I call on members of the Assembly Appropriations Committee to reject the bill when it's heard on Friday.
Senate Bill 594 redefines what constitutes public funds and makes off limits even the revenues we receive for goods and services we provide that aren't public revenues. The end effect of this would be to shut out our associations from the political process. That's why we believe this bill is a last-minute power play that needs to be stopped on Friday.